Welcome to the Natural History Museum of Los Angeles County. My name is Effie and you're joining me here at the Gem and Mineral Hall so we can learn more about gold and a discovery that changed California. I often get asked right here if this is real gold, and indeed it is. We're standing in front of 300 pounds of real gold. That's about the weight of 30 house cats. Gold is a precious metal. It's a naturally occurring mineral and humans value it for a lot of different reasons. It's so sought after that looking for it started one of the biggest events in California state history. In 1848, a carpenter in Northern California found some gold along the American River in what is now known as Dorado County, which means the golden in Spanish. And what are you wondering, what is gold doing in a river? Deposits can be eroded or the rock that holds them broken down by water, thereby the mineral enters the stream. Panners would usually find small flakes, but the earliest gold rushers in California potentially could find nuggets like this. Imagine you found a nugget this size. What would you want to buy with it? Back in the time of the gold rush in the late 1840s, gold was very, very valuable, as it still is today. But even 1 ounce, which is about the weight of a pencil, or the size of this cube, was worth about $20. In today's money, that's over $650. With the rumours spreading that gold and fortunes could be found overnight, people rushed here from all over the world. Tens of thousands of people. And with all those new people came a population boom. Now, not all the people looking for gold got rich. A lot of them were too late, but we can still think about how a huge number of people coming in could change a place forever. So let's imagine you moved across the world to another continent or across the country. You got on a wagon or a ship, and after a long journey, you arrived at your destination and you were going to make it your home. What would you need when you got there? New settlers to California, they needed food and places to live, but they also needed banks and schools, they needed clothes, and they needed tools with which to look for gold with. That meant a lot of new businesses, and those businesses could charge a lot of money, because they were the only places you could really get those goods. The small port town of San Francisco suddenly became a bustling city of international hopefuls on a determined and often difficult search to find gold. Now, so many people came to California that by the year 1850, just 2 years after the gold rush began, there were enough people in California that it became an official US state. What about the people who already lived in California before this all happened? The gold rush would drastically change their ways of life. We can think about the diverse indigenous peoples who lived across California and how the new people rushing and looking for gold would drastically alter how they lived. Many Native Americans were forced to work on those gold fields against their will. Others were attacked, and tens of thousands more would die from the spread of new diseases. Until 1848, California had been a territory of Mexico, and the people who lived here, the Spanish-speaking Californios, often owned large areas of land called ranchos. Maybe you can think of cities or neighborhoods near you with rancho in the name. When the gold rush began, at first, that population boom was great for business. All those new gold rushers needed food, and the people who lived on ranchos could provide a lot of beef. But by the time the Civil War had ended, things had changed dramatically. Many of the new American settlers had taken the ranchos for themselves because they wanted the land, and with later droughts, the California way of life would change forever. Can you think of any other ways California might have changed because of the gold rush? Some people got rich, many didn't at all. Some people made their new homes, and others lost theirs. California became a state, cities were created. Even though it seems like a very long time ago, that discovery of a precious metal would change California in momentous ways. And gold is still very much valued today. In fact, you're even probably using it to view this very video. Gold is a really great conductor of electricity, and there's probably a little bit of gold in the circuitry of whatever device you're using to stream today. From the Natural History Museum of Los Angeles County, my name is Effie Ralli. Thank you for joining us.